I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom and afraid of violence.
Man, do we have a lot to talk about tonight. So much is going on since the last time I saw you guys only a few days ago. After all this stuff with Donald Trump and everything that's going on with the assassination attempt and just all the stuff that's really starting to come out about that, what we really see is the left start to show their true colors, right? So they began saying, hey, everyone, we need to all be against this, blah, 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 blah. They said all that, but then you see them melting down all over the place. They're having an absolute meltdown. You see their supporters all over TikTok saying things like, I can't believe you missed, and this, that, and the other. And to me, I just have to wonder why. What could have gotten into them that they want to act that way? What's up, Russell? Good to see you, bro. Glad you're here, man. Russell can't be here with me tonight because we have a COVID outbreak on property. That's the reason why he is not in studio with me tonight, for anyone who may be wondering. But, man, whenever we see the way that these people act, right, their response, but then yet they will point the finger at us and say, oh, conservatives are violent extremists. Do you see any conservatives ever saying that they wish someone was killed? No. That's not something that happens, right? Because we have not been made into straight monsters like some of these people have been. I mean, they have been made into straight monsters. They have literally turned into monsters. They have been so radicalized that it don't even make sense. What's up, Bradley, man? Good to see you, bro. I love you, man. Hey, my boy. Good to see you, man. I'm so glad you're here, bro. But to me, it's just crazy to me, man. A lot of these people, they'll even claim to be Christians, man. You see what this church says? It says we're the church without walls, man. We have got to be the church without walls. And in order to do that, man, we've got to stand up for what's right. We've got to stand up for what's right. I don't care if you like Donald Trump. I don't care if you hate Donald Trump. I don't care if you love Joe Biden. I don't care if you hate Joe Biden. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And whenever you go out there and you start taking pop shots at people, right, because you disagree with them politically, I mean, what have we come to as America? Where are we in America today whenever people are so radicalized that they can completely disregard the fireman who lost his life? He covered up his family. He was innocent, bro. He had nothing to do with anything. He was just supporting the politician that he supports for this election. So why have these elections come to the point where everyone's so radicalized around them that they're willing to do whatever they want, whatever it takes? You're right. You know what? You're right, Bradley. It is not political, man. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Straight up, man. Straight up. Whether you're political, whether you're apolitical, whether you love America, or nowadays a lot of people who hate America, obviously. We see them, they're everywhere. We can't turn on our televisions. You sure can't get on TikTok without a bunch of people talking about how terrible and horrible America is. I'll tell you what, man, if you don't like America, if you hate America so bad, man, I'll help you pack your bags. We'll get you over there to a communist country where you want to be. We'll get you on over there. We'll get you over there where you think communism is so great, man. We'll get you over there where you can see what true communism is. So tonight we've got a lot to talk about, man. Don't let me start ranting and raving up in this thing, man. I don't want to start ranting and raving. But I mean, I'm just so appalled at everything that's going on at this point. I'm lost on it, man. I mean, it's lost on me. I can't understand. I can't fathom how disturbed you must be to go do something like that. It's crazy, man. What you mean, Russell? You got 3 row seats, man. What were you talking about, man? Please explain, because I'm not sure what you mean, bro. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. I see what you're saying. Absolutely, man. We got 3. Yeah, that's right. We'll take big truck. We'll drive them on down there, man. We'll get you on a planes, trains, and automobiles, man. We'll get you on a boat. We'll float you on up out of here. I mean, that's what you want. Since you hate America so bad, why are you even here? Just to destroy it? I mean, what kind of a person wants to be somewhere just so that they can destroy it? We're watching our cities burn down. We're watching crime just through the roof everywhere we look, right? And you got these people on live TV bragging about it. Man, y'all have lost y'all's ever-loving minds. So we're going to be looking at lefties losing it, because what I want you guys to see, now they say that conservatives are the ones who are violent extremists. We're the ones who hate everybody. We're the ones who want to see violence, right? Isn't that what they tell us? Hey, Crystal, good to see you. You know, we run the stop sign and we go to, you got that right, Bradley. How many times me and you been in and out of that thing, man? They're able to do whatever they want to do now. Man, Bradley, look like we chose the wrong time to be criminals, buddy. Because they're doing full supermarket sweep. You remember that show, Supermarket Sweep? They supermarket sweeping right in the middle of Macy's, bro. It's absolutely insane. Flash mobs in Macy's, just taking anything they want. But, you know, they say that we conservatives, those of us who would hold to a solid, you know, Christian foundation that believe in loving our neighbors and loving each other and helping one another. They say that we are violent extremists, that we're the ones that love hate, that we're the ones who love violence. Well, let's just look, man. I want to turn them over here and I want to go look at lefties losing it, because I want you guys to see with your own eyes the response of people on the left to the shooter missing. So let's just switch over here. And we're just going to go ahead and crank it up, man. I'm not going to keep y'all waiting.
Now it is time for lefties losing it. It's been a big day for the demented, deranged and deluded. Triple D, triple threat, triple the unhinged. I mean, truly, the left have come out of the woodwork because of the failed assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
Watch this,
so
man.
I'm just warning you now of the Trump derangement syndrome ahead. Let's start with this guy who looks as though he doesn't know if he wants to be part of a boy band or is transitioning perhaps to emo.
Watch this dude, man.
You missed that! We don't miss those! Come on, man! We don't miss those! One shot at greatness to be mentioned in the history books! And you missed the shot?!
Check that dude out, bro.
Could you just
hey, man,
shout a bit louder there into your microphone if you don't mind your voice. It's not quite distorting enough. Got to say, that was a very dramatic, very cute little touch there, turning, crying into the wall. And the tears just keep flowing.
To the person who took a Trump today, why did you miss? Come on, now you gave him what he wanted more than anything in the world, attention. We're losing this election, like.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, Russell. It really is, man.
This election, sweetie. Now, here is a TikToker who should actually be the poster girl for the Democrats.
I just found out about this. It just happened. I haven't even had a second to process. You're telling me somebody finally had the balls to bring
a pew pew?
We were a second away. We were a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone, and you missed.
So what does she mean by half of the problem being gone? See, you got to pay attention to what she's saying. She said we were half a second, half a centimeter away from half of the problem being gone. So what's the other half of the problem? Someone would like to enlighten me? Somebody want to let me know what the other half of the problem is? Because I would like to know. I bet you I do know. In fact, let's listen.
There was a white man attached to that trigger. I know it! We were a centimeter away! Ah!
Has anyone checked up on her? Secret Service, hello, feds, somebody, anybody.
You're absolutely right, Crystal.
Help. All is
but
normal.
It's not just him, Crystal. It's It's him. He's a product of them. He don't even know what he's doing, Crystal. Biden doesn't understand. It's actually these other people who are controlling him. And that's the real problem. The real threat lies in the evil and the wickedness that lies behind it. Just look at the things they're trying to force on us. You know, they don't give us options anymore. They say we're going to accept certain things that we absolutely are not going to accept, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean? And it goes so deep now. It's so deep. It's at the roots, man. And it's literally tearing America to pieces right here around us. And we stand back here and we get up every morning and we go to work and we do the things that we do every day. And we don't even seem to realize or recognize that our society is crumbling right around us, man. It's crumbling right around us. We better start paying attention, man, because see, these people we're watching in this video right here, yeah, that's who's going to be running the country soon.
Just as normal as this philosophical assessment.
I just really hope that the shooter is white. Like, I hope that the shooter is white. Because even if the shooter is white and some hyper leftist with manifestos and all kinds of stuff, at least they're white.
Ah, yes, the left have really been trained to prioritise
You're right, Miss Sherry.
identity, haven't they? Because
not even a little bit, really,
is so
realistically
important when it comes to trying to kill a former president. And here is the lefty, diverse and inclusive brigade showing their true colours.
John Wilkes Booth, if you can hear us, if you are with us, please.
You got that right, Trinae. Russell. You got that absolutely right, man.
If you're listening, please.
They absolutely are going to have it bad. Did you see what that thing? I don't know if that was a boy or a girl. In fact, I don't want to misgender that creature, whatever that creature was. But look at it. Look what it's doing, man. It's channeling.
Please.
It's channeling
John Wilkes Booth, if you're
John Wilkes Booth, man.
Please.
Or whatever his name is. It's crazy, man.
You have a fully reloaded shotgun, but
look at this.
chose to use a one bullet.
We're not even sending our best to f***ing assassinate. Cause what the hell was that? Lee Harvey Oswald would never be. John Wilkes
a lot of
Booth
hate.
would never.
Today was
They're evil, man.
This close to being the best day ever.
I gotta be a Taylor Swift.
At Trump at his rally, was exercising that right that all those Republicans were fighting for. So, can you really blame him?
Yeah, aren't they sweet? Paying tribute to all the ghosts of assassins past, invoking the spirits of John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald.
But see, they say that conservatives are the ones that love violence. It looks like to me, did you see that? Do you see what I'm looking at right there? But conservatives are the ones that love violence? Man, that don't even add up, man. Get real. Get with the program, man. It's absolutely insane.
Demonic, to say the least.
Demonic,
now, you can
to say the least.
Count on Chief Loon, MSNBC host Joy Reid, to defend Joe Biden to the last man. It doesn't matter. He messed up Trump and Kamala and Putin and Zelensky. Here's Joycey B looking out for her man.
Yes, he did make a couple of gaffes. And
absolutely,
with the wrong names, but I do that. and Biden's been gaffy for.
He's been gaffy for a long time, guys.
It's literally like
gaffy.
a meme of Joe Biden that he.
You're Joe Bidening.
Gaffes. Like he's doing this. It's kind of a Biden thing.
Yeah.
Him doing gaffes is basically him Bidening.
Yeah, him Bidening. Seriously.
Gaffes.
Joy Reid is so full of crap, man.
Gaffy. It's his thing. Well, now you mention it, Joycey.
Watch this, y'all. Check this out.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
One word.
I was going to put him. I signed the PAC Act into law.
He had tied that fall. He decided to look. I shouldn't get into this.
No, you better not get into it.
Strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
What?
We cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. Excuse me. We can only reelect Donald Trump.
Hey, let's rewind that. I want y'all to hear what he said one more time. Hold on.
Cannot win this international effort to
pressure. Watch what he says right here.
Cannot get reelected. We cannot win this re-election. Excuse me, we can only re-elect Donald Trump.
You've got to give it to Joy. She really holds out a candle.
Russell was on the same page as me. He said we can only re-elect Donald Trump.
Head next time for good luck. Well, this is the perfect way to define the left's response to the attempted assassination.
Hey, Trump got shot at. Got shot at? Trump got shot at. So, like, did he? Oh, yeah, he lived. Huh. Yeah, and what's worse is he looked really cool when it happened. What do you mean he looked cool when it happened? He unfortunately looked very cool when it happened. How do you look cool getting shot at? Well, like, what did he do? Pop right back up with blood streaming down his face, pumping a fist in the air, shouting USA, USA, USA,
yes.
A crowd of thousands joined in? That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Amen.
We're going to lose the election.
Amen. You got that right.
You bet. It is pretty cool because this was the moment Donald Trump knew he'd won the election.
Yes,
with that
sir.
Warrior-like strength image.
There it is.
On his cheek as he
Y'all get that man a hand.
an assassination attempt.
Hold on
This
just
is
one
the
second.
campaign's turning point, summed up in a matter of minutes.
MAGA means make America great again, Joe.
You got that right, Russell. Done, lost. Look at my boy, man.
Listen to that crowd roar. Let's bring in host of Prime Time with Alex Stein. Alex, good to see you. Thank you so much for...
All right, so we're going to drop this down, man. That's good on that. So there's something else that I want to talk to you guys about tonight, man, and that is, what do you guys think about our VP or Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance? Now, I understand, I guess, kind of where they're coming from. You know, with J.D. Vance, and I know he's been in Congress for a long time, and J.D. Vance is actually, you know, very down to earth. He's a very down to earth guy, but see, he used to hate Donald Trump. In 2016, he himself called Donald Trump Hitler. He did it himself. Now, I want to show you guys the guy that I think should have been Donald Trump's VP. He is none other than Vivek Ramaswamy. Let's check Vivek out. Watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome businessman Vivek Ramaswamy
Yeah.
of Ohio.
Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the warm welcome. It's good to be back in Milwaukee. This time last year, I was a candidate for U.S. president, and I'm proud to say that I achieved the impossible, which is that most of you actually know how to say my name by now.
Amen.
So thank you for that. It's good to be back. We're in the middle of a national identity
Listen to this
crisis
guy,
right
man.
now.
This guy is amazing.
Faith, patriotism, hard work, and family have disappeared, only to be replaced by race, gender, sexuality, and climate. But we're not going to win this election just by criticizing the other side. We're going to win this by standing for our own vision of who we really are. What does it mean to be a Republican in the year 2024? What does it mean to be an American in the year 2024?
Yes, Vivek.
It means we believe in the ideals of 1776. It means we believe in merit, that you get ahead in this country, not on the color of your skin,
but on the content of your character.
And your contributions.
And your contributions.
It means we believe in the rule of law. And I say this as the kid of legal immigrants to this country. That means your first act of entering this country cannot break the law.
That's right.
That is why we will seal the southern border on day one. Thank you. It means the people who we elect to run the government ought to be the ones
who run the government.
Run the government, not unelected
Yes.
bureaucrats in the deep state. These are not black ideas or white ideas. They are not even Democrat ideas or Republican ideas. They are American ideas that we fought a revolution to secure. And the man who will revive these ideals in the United States of America is your next president, the 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
This man promotes unity. And I know J.D. Vance, I know he's a great guy, whatever the case may be, but Vivek Ramaswamy promotes unity. They're going to listen to him, man, because he wants everyone to be unified, and he's very, very good at articulating that, man. This dude, I cannot believe we missed this opportunity to have him as the vice president. I think that he would have done such a great job as the vice president. And man, I know he's going to be a part of the administration. I know he is. But to me, I just really wish that Trump would have chose him, man. And I don't understand why he didn't. I'll be honest with you. I feel like there's some other stuff at play there too. But they call me a conspiracy theorist, so what do I know, right? How do I know? But I do know that it seems weird that he did not choose Vivek. Vivek is an absolute beast, man.
If you want to seal the border, vote Trump. If you want to restore law and order in this country, vote Trump. If you want to reignite the economy in this country, vote Trump. If you want to revive national pride in this country, vote Trump. If you want to make America great again, vote Trump.
You got that right. You got that right, Russell.
One more reason I'm going to ask you to vote Trump, and it's the most important one. It's the one the media won't talk about, but it's the truth. Donald Trump is the president who will actually unite this country, not through empty words, but through action. Because you know what? Success is unifying.
Yes, it is.
Excellence is unifying.
Excellence,
that's who we are as Americans.
Yes.
That's who we've always been.
We're not victims.
To those of you watching this at home tonight, I'd like to deliver a message that the media doesn't want you to hear from the Republican Party. Our message to black Americans is this. The media has tried to convince you for decades that Republicans don't care about your communities, but we do. We want for you what we want for every American.
Amen.
Safe neighborhoods, clean streets, good jobs, a better life for your children, and a justice system that treats everyone equally, regardless of your skin color and regardless of your political beliefs.
What's up, April and Jason Davis? What's up, my boy?
Our message to every legal immigrant.
I know, Russell. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. I love you, bro.
You deserve the opportunity to secure a better life for your children in America.
Yes.
But our message to illegal immigrants is also this.
Listen.
We will return you to your country of origin.
Why?
Not because you're all bad people, but because you broke the law.
Yes.
And the United States of America was founded on the rule of law.
Yes. 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 He should have been vice president. I don't care what, man, he should have been vice president, man.
Our message to millennials, speaking as one myself.
It's good stuff, ain't it, bro?
Yes, it's true. Our government sold us a false bill of goods with the Iraq War and the 2008 financial crisis, loading up our national debt that falls on our generation's shoulders, telling us that if we took out college loans, we'd somehow get a head start on the American dream.
They lied to
when
us.
It hasn't worked out that way. But we can't just be cynical about our country, because the United States of America is still the last best hope that we have, and we deserve a better class of politician, one who actually tells us the truth, even if it comes with some mean tweets from time to time.
Yes, indeed.
And our message to Gen Z is this. You're going to be the generation that actually saves this country. You want to be a rebel?
Listen to this.
You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man?
Yeah, tell them what to do, bro.
Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
You got that
Say
right.
You want to get married. have kids. Teach them to believe in God and pledge allegiance to their country.
Yes.
Because you know what? Fear has been infectious in this country, but courage can be contagious too.
Man,
that too is what
good.
it means to be an American. And you know what? If you're at home and you disagree with everything I just said, our message to you is this. We will still defend to the death your right to say it. Because that is who we are as Americans. We are the country where we can disagree like hell and still get together at the dinner table at the end of it.
You got that right.
No, that is the America we miss. We do not have to be ancient Rome. We don't have to be this nation in decline. We can still be a nation in our ascent. A nation whose best days, not in some fake politician way, but in a true way, a nation whose best days are actually still ahead of us.
Yes.
Still on our way to that shining city on a hill. That country where no matter who you are, or where your parents came from, or what your skin color is, or how long your last name is, that you will still get ahead in this country with your own hard work, your own commitment, your own dedication, and that you know what? You are free to speak your mind at every step of the way. That is the American dream. That is what won us the American Revolution.
He is absolutely right,
That is what reunited us after the Civil War. That is what won us 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is what still gives hope to the free world. And if we can revive that dream over group identity and victimhood and grievance, then nobody in the world, not a nation, not a corporation, not a virus, not China, is going to defeat us. That is what American exceptionalism is all about. And that is what we will revive this November when we send Donald J. Trump back to the White House. Thank you all. God bless you and your families. And may God bless our United States of America. Thank you. Thank you.
Man, see, that is exactly what I'm talking about right there, man. See, that is what we need. Russell, did he come hurt some feelings, bro? Did he call it how he saw it? Did he tell it how it was, man? Because you know what? That's what we need, though. We need that sense of unity that Vivek brings to the table. Vivek brings a sense of unity to the table, man. And it's to unify everybody. He didn't leave anybody out. They want us divided. The media wants us divided. They want to see us torn to pieces. They want to see America torn to shreds. That's what they want to see. But you know what? That's not what we're going to do here in America. We're going to get together. We've got to stop allowing the media to tell us that we're enemies and start getting to know one another and see who we are by the content of our character, not off the color of our skin, not off of all those other, not by race or religion, not by any little group that they want to put us in. They want to lock us up into these little old bitty groups and then pit us against one another. Well, I'll tell you what, man, we are America. We are American, strong, one nation, under God, indivisible, unterriportable, indivisible, under God. Yahweh Elohim. El Shaddai. Man. Well, Vivek, boy, he gives me the chills, man, because he should have been our vice president. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, he comes out strong. He left all his he left all of his you got that right, Russell. Every bit of it. And I'll tell you who else did that, man, is Hulk Hogan. How many of y'all know that Hulk Hogan was at the RNC? Hulk Hogan, that's right, was at the RNC. Let's have a look at Hulk. Yes, sir. He did. Yeah, he did recently get saved. He sure did. Hulkamania, baby. Run wild. Hulkamania's running wild.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Hey, man. Hulkamania.
You know something? When I came here tonight, there was so much energy in this room. I felt maybe I was in Madison Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought The vibe was so intense. The energy was so crazy, it felt like maybe I was gonna press that no good stinky giant over my head and slam him through the mat, brother. But what I found out was I was in a room full of real Americans, brother.
Real American hero.
And at the end of the day, with our leader up there, my hero, that gladiator, we're gonna bring America back together. One real American at a time, brother.
Amen. Amen.
You know something? I've seen some great tag teams in my time. Hulk Hogan and ooh yeah, the
Randy
Macho Man
Savage.
Randy Savage.
Yes, sir.
But you know something? I see the greatest tag team of my life standing upon us, getting ready to straighten this country out for all the real Americans.
Man, that's powerful.
You know, even though you guys are real Americans, you better get ready. Because when Donald J. Trump becomes the president of the United States, all the real Americans are going to be nicknamed Trumpites. because all the Trumpites are going to be running wild for 4 years.
Amen.
So with the power of Donald J. Trump and all the Trumpites running wild, America is going to get back on track. And like Donald J. Trump said, America is going to be great again. You know, when I look out and I see all the
Russell, he actually spoke about that in an interview before his speech. I don't know if you saw that, but he said, man, he said whenever he saw that shot, whenever he saw what happened, he said he couldn't remain quiet anymore, that he had to be there, man. And I'll tell you what, the RNC, man, they threw a party that night, man. I should do the show the Kid Rock, man, the Kid Rock concert that they did there, bro. They had a blast, man. It was amazing. I wish I would have live streamed it. Bro, I wish I would have live streamed it.
The real Americans, I think about
I'll be right back.
Donald Trump, his family was compromised. When I look out there and I see Donald Trump, I think about how his business was compromised. But what happened last week when they took a shot at my hero and they tried to kill the next president of the United States? Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
All right, I'm back.
You know something?
You got that right.
I didn't come here as Hulk Hogan, but I.
Oh, believe me, I've heard it. I've heard it, man. I remember all the controversy about it, Russell, man. It was that was some crazy stuff they had going on with the with Jason Aldean, and tried that in a small town. They started trying to call him racist, which that's that's their buzzword, right? If you do anything that they feel is counter to what they've got going on, they call you racist, they call you sexist, they call you homophobe. Listen, man, they have made those words absolutely useless because they don't even hold any meaning anymore. You can argue with someone about something that's completely unrelated and they'll call you one of those things because they don't have any real arguments. They cannot stand on merit. They cannot argue on merit. They don't have arguments that make any sense, so they resort to calling you names. That's just what they do, man. That's all they can do, because honestly, what are they going to say? We're the only ones who have sense.
Just had to give you a little taste. You know, my name is Terry Bollea.
That's right. They
and
sure
as an
did.
Entertainer,
You're right.
I love you too.
An absolute crutch.
And as an entertainer, I tried to stay out of politics. But after everything that's happened to our country over the past 4 years and everything that happened last weekend, I can no longer stay silent.
Amen. Amen.
I'm here tonight because I want the world to know that Donald Trump is a real American hero.
Real American hero.
And I'm
I love that.
proud to support my hero as the next president of this United States. You know, guys, I've known Donald Trump for over 35 years. You know, hold on a second, hold on. I just had a flashback. Man. This is really tripping. You know, the last time I was up on stage, Donald Trump was sitting at ringside at the Trump Plaza. I was bleeding like a pig, and I won the world title right in front of Donald J. Trump. And you know something? He's gonna win in November, and we're all gonna be champions again when he wins.
Amen.
And like I said, I've known that man for over 35 years, and he's always been the biggest patriot.
He's already finished, Russ. He's already finished, man. He knows that's over.
Told you
they know it's over. That's why they try to kill Trump.
And
they know it's over,
brother. And no matter the odds, he always finds a way to win. And when he's back in our White House, America is going to start winning again.
Man, that is amazing, man. That is so action. That is so exciting, man. So exciting.
You know, guys, over my career, I've been in the ring with some of the biggest, some of the baddest dudes on the planet. And I've squared off against warriors, ooh yeah, savages. And I've even, like I said, body slam giants in the middle of the ring.
You got that right,
and
brother.
I know tough guys. But let me tell you something, brother. Donald Trump is the toughest of them all.
Yes, yeah, Trumpomania. My boy. Hashtag Trumpomania.
They've thrown everything at Donald Trump. All the investigations, the impeachments, the court cases, and he's still standing and kicking their butts.
Amen. They don't like this.
You know, we never had it better than the Trump
They don't
years.
like this.
Back then, we had a thriving economy. We had strong borders. We had safe streets. We had peace and respect around the world.
You got that right.
But then we lost it all in a blink of an eye. Crime is out of control.
It is.
The border is out of control.
It is.
The price of food and gas and housing is out of control.
Yes.
And the only person who can clean this up is Donald Trump.
Amen.
You know, guys, I really, really love this country. And I've lived the American dream. And I want my kids, your kids, and all those little teeny Hulkamaniacs out there to live the American dream too.
That's right.
This November, guys, we can save the American dream for everyone. And Donald Trump is the president who will get the job done.
Sure right, buddy.
So all you criminals, all you lowlifes, all you scumbags, all you drug dealers, and all you crooked politicians need to answer one question, brother. What you gonna do when Donald Trump and all the Trumpomaniacs run wild on you, brother?
Amen.
God bless you, and thank you.
Man, that is so good, man. Just to see the Hulkster out there, man, just doing it, man. Give that man a round of applause, man. Give that man a round of applause, man. That was absolutely great, man. I mean, you can imagine how exciting that must be, man. I mean, to see Trump back in there, man, still in there, fighting. I mean, whenever he stood up and he put his hand up and he said, fight, man. I mean, that's all he's done since 2016 is fight. It's been one thing after another, man. They've come at him with everything, and now they've even shot his ear off. They've even shot his ear off. And he's still there. He's still standing. Because in America, Americans are not victims. We are victors. We're strong. We're not losers. We're not a bunch of losers, man. Why have we allowed these idiots to program us to believe that we're all just a bunch of losers? Yeah, I know, right? That was a killer, wasn't it, Russell? But why have we allowed them to convince us that we're all losers, that we're all victims, and that we just can't get ahead, man? You can do anything you want to in this country, man. One nation under God, indivisible, man. Indivisible. It's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to join back together, man. It's time for us to get back together. It really, really, really is. Now, what we're going to watch next is going to be hard for everyone to watch, I think. It's going to be hard to watch. That's for sure. Because
we don't know what's happened here.
Let me start that over, sorry. Because this guy, Destiny, he's a real big name out there in podcasting and streaming. He's a streamer. And man, this dude says some messed up stuff. I will warn you guys, there is a couple of bad words in this. There's no way for me to take them out. Okay? Yeah, we're going to get us kicked off. Russell, don't worry about it, bud. We're going to get kicked out. Don't worry about it, bud. They'll kick us out of there one way or another. But there's a few bad words in there. And I apologize for that. But I think you need to see this because this represents the way that these people think. This represents the way they think. And I believe, honestly, I think that this is going to be what really takes Destiny out, man, because I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it through this. I mean, I think that he really blew it this time. He should have kept his mouth shut, but he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't, man. So let's check this out, man. It's on Piers Morgan, and let's have a look.
What's happened here? No one can yet give a legitimate explanation.
But you're clearly implying that it is odd. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me your lunatic conspiracy theory about how odd.
I don't have any.
If you say to me,
I've been told by I've been told by many experts in the last 36 hours.
There's an entire cultural machine that has lied. There is an entire
we just saw it in real time. That's it.
What?
That's why conservatives deserve absolutely zero sympathy.
You sound almost gleeful.
Wait till you see.
I'm sorry. That makes you, frankly, despicable.
I'm not going to get on my knees and beg for forgiveness or show sympathy to conservatives.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you to condemn what happened as an egregious attack on democracy. Can you do that?
No, I won't. No, I won't.
You can't do that. You see, so why the hell, frankly,
not.
Destiny,
Absolutely not.
Why the hell should we listen to a word you have to say?
Man, this gets deep.
Trump is the king of the political comeback, but even by his own lofty standards, the past 4 days have been utterly sensational.
That's right.
Coming within a hair's breadth
really
of assassination. Last night he made a stunning return to the spotlight of the RNC. And for once, the gravity of the occasion was not lost on him.
Look at him, man.
We are grateful for you to be our nominee for the 47th President of the United States of America.
Well, Trump hasn't made an entrance quite like that since he descended the golden escalator in 2015
Yeah, man.
to announce his first run for president.
I'll be right back. Going to get some coffee.
He walked into the arena like a UFC star.
Is there something that's
got the reception to match.
that contributes to this?
Well, the many people who've criticised security failings at his rally on Saturday were quick to point out that his detail this time round seemed to be made up entirely of strapping men. But the focus of the night was undoubtedly Trump himself, a man who now looks like he's seriously preparing for a return to running the country. President Biden, meanwhile, fumbled questions about his own incendiary rhetoric in the lead up to Saturday's shooting.
You called your opponent an existential threat on a call a week ago. You said it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. There's some dispute about the context, but I think you appreciate that
I didn't say
words matter.
crosshairs. I was talking about focus on. Look, the truth of the matter was, what I guess I was talking about at the time was, there was very little focus on Trump's agenda.
Yeah, the term is bullseye.
It was a mistake to use the word. I didn't say crosshairs. I meant bullseye. I meant focus on him. Focus on what he's doing.
What a pathetic excuse from, frankly, an increasingly pathetic president. Let's be crystal clear. Nobody thought Biden was talking
He's
about
definitely wearing
archery
that
when he
guy's
used the
like
word
gold
bullseye.
chain,
He
bro.
knows
You
it.
got that right.
The presidential move would have been to say that everyone on all sides needs to dial down their incendiary rhetoric. But this president hasn't looked presidential for a long time now.
No.
One positive move Biden's made in the fallout from the tragedy on Saturday is to finally order the Secret Service to protect R.F. Kennedy Jr. The last thing America needs right now is yet more political violence, especially involving a Kennedy.
That's right.
Well, in a moment, we'll meet tonight's panel to debate.
You got that right.
Joining me now is a former counter sniper in the State Department.
Now watch this guy, man. This is very important, man.
Corey Mills.
Y'all watch
Corey Mills,
this.
thank you very much indeed for joining Uncensored. First of all, I can't think of anyone better equipped in the political world than you to comment on what appears to have been a massive failing by the Secret Service on Saturday.
I would say.
In their duty to protect President Trump. What did you make of it?
Well, I just wanted to say I really loved your monologue just now that talked about the idea of dialing down political rhetoric on both sides, as well as the dangers of utilizing words like "in the bullseye" or
in the bullseye. He
says he went to indicate. It's obviously what he indicated was that he wants to put him in the crosshairs. But I just want to go ahead and say that this, in my opinion, is such a massive failure. It's such a big negligence on behalf of the advanced teams to say that a target, which is 160 yards away, perfectly.
Yeah, let's. We got to get through this real quick.
Outside the perimeter, the perimeter is formed and it's discerned by the counter sniper teams, by the advanced teams, and by the security details. I can tell you, as someone who has conducted thousands of advances, both on the Afghan and Iraq side, as well as for back home, has done multiple counter sniper teams.
This dude has done a lot of counter sniper stuff, man. A whole lot.
And mitigate threats, that this in its entirety, and I'm not a conspiracist, Pierce. I'm not one who tries to find my way to a inside job type of setup.
Right.
But I am also a military guy who believes
this
in
dude is a military expert, man.
All things, and I think the American people deserve a true investigation, not by the FBI but by Congress, to look and identify every single area, from local force consolidation, from looking at the cooperations that were on the ground, from resource allocations by the director of the Secret Service. And I think that people deserve to feel confident that this wasn't anything but massive malice or negligence, as opposed to something that was intentional.
Yeah, I
pretty sure it was
agree.
intentional.
I mean, there's some extraordinary details emerging. The local news network in Pittsburgh has reported a member of Beaver County, Pennsylvania's emergency services unit, noticed the suspicious man on the roof near the rally at 5:45 p.m.
Right.
Called it in and took a picture of the person, the shooter, 26 minutes before he was able to fire off 8 shots.
26 minutes before.
Footage, as we've seen, of other members of the public seeing him crawling across the rooftop.
That's right.
There's also snipers who are in position who appear to be looking at this guy too, and yet he's still able to fire 8 bullets, which seems completely
make sense.
extraordinary to me.
It don't make
Especially
sense.
if this all happening 150 meters from President Trump, who has been president and may well be again.
Well, it seems very suspicious. In police work, they call these clues. The thing that really was sounding off to me, though, is the fact that, at a minimum, let's just go ahead and give every single possibilities of just negligence as opposed to something else. You could have put and said there's not enough resources. All right, fine. Let's put a patrol car in the parking lot of AGR, which was the company, with the doors locked and the lights on. There's a deterrence. Let's look at the fact that an emergency comms channel
Ray Charles did see him crawling, buddy.
Secret Service and the
Everyone
local police
saw
force
it.
in cooperation and coordination, so that when that officer who came to the rooftop and says that he had the rifle pointed at him could have immediately descended and keeping himself safe.
The dude, the shooter, pulled the rifle on an officer way before the shooting started. And he still somehow, I guarantee you, I dare you to pull a weapon on a police officer anywhere, anytime, anyhow, and then go try to climb up on a roof and then shoot somebody else. We're not talking about a place where he had an officer caught off guard where there was where the officer didn't have any backup. We're talking about one of the biggest rallies in the country. It's loaded. It's got Secret Service there. It's got FBI there. It's got Homeland Security there. It's got police there. There's no way you pull a rifle on a cop and then climb up on top of the building and the cop runs away. Have you ever heard anything like that? The cop runs away? Man, if you pull a rifle on a cop, bro, you're finished. You're finished. You're finished.
And also said, shoot her on the roof, shoot her on the roof, shoot her on the roof, which would allow the detail to have then immediately gotten on the stage to protect the president.
Sadly, Russell, he did do his job. He did exactly what they told him to do.
A couple hundred yards away, which is a sniper's paradise that people aren't even talking about. This shot, Piers, is so simple. And I just want to paint a picture for your viewers, which is that if you were to take not even a sniper rifle, but your basic production rifle that comes off an assembly line that you could buy in a average store, and you were to take a person with very little experience and 10 minutes, I could train them to be able to utilize this rifle to hit targets at a pie-sized plate at 200 yards without a problem.
Well, actually, I mean, just on that point, when I was at CNN, I spent a day down in Texas at a gun store and a gun range, and I did end up firing an AR-15, which is believed to be the semi-automatic rifle the shooter used.
That's right.
And is the preferred weapon of choice for most mass shooters these days. And I was absolutely staggered about how light and easy it was to use and how very quickly, how accurate I was able to fire it, never having fired guns in my entire life. So I can completely endorse what you just said. It is a very easy to use weapon.
Yeah.
And he was so close.
And it's also it's one that within, if you think about it, we call it minutes of angle on each rifle, which means that's essentially, it looks at your bullet trajectory, your bullet compensation, all these different things. But what you would say is that at 100 yards, you have a 1-inch grouping capability, at 200 a 2-inch, et cetera, which means that at 160 yards, that rifle, let's just say it's not even a good rifle, it's only a 2 MOA rifle, is only shooting a 3.2-inch grouping. The average
I'll tell you what,
is
man,
6x8. The average shoulder is 20.
It's a little bit much, man. All the stuff they want you to believe, man, in this, man, it don't make any sense. And if you say anything against it, you become a conspiracy theorist, as we're going to see in just a second. Let me go ahead and speed this up. I want to get to what I'm actually in this for. I mean, he does really good, and I'll do a video with that conversation as well. But now let's get up here. You know what? I'm going to skip over that too, just for time's sake. And let's get to here. I don't know. Let's go back. All right. Let's go to there. Why not?
David, joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Piers. Honored.
There we go.
Well, joining me now is commentator and streamer Destiny, host of the Dave Rubin
There he is,
Dave
Destiny.
Rubin, co-founder of the Young Turks, Czech Yuga, and the Outkick host, Charlie Arnold. Well, welcome to all of you. Czech Yuga,
this is one of the craziest interviews I have ever seen in my entire life, and I watch a lot of this stuff, guys. I watch a lot of this stuff. A whole lot of it. It's how I know a bunch of the stuff that I know, because I try to stay on top of it. And I have never seen anything quite like this. This is mind-blowing, man. It really, really is.
For over the last year. Where are we now with this? Is it right to assume that two things have happened as a result of this attempted assassination? One is that Donald Trump has got exponentially more popular, because people feel a real empathy with him for what happened. And secondly, that Joe Biden is more likely than not now to remain the Democrat nominee.
Yeah, he's stuck. They're stuck with him, buddy.
Yeah. So there's no reason to unilaterally surrender to Donald Trump now, but that's what it looks like the Democrats are doing. So I hope that they...
I hate change, man. Well, I don't hate change.